Hello and welcome back to Valiant Hearts, The Great War. I am Wolfie, and thankfully I was actually able to fix the walking issue I was having with the character instead of having to restart the game, which I didn't really want to do. And at this point, should there really be any bugs in this game? But anyways, I ended up having to give the key to the dog. Thankfully he was right next to me, and that stopped him from walking and ended up fixing it. Cool. So now we can move on. Get the last little thing needed to fire this gun. This will probably aim it. Oh, so we're just gonna be openly firing the gun? Well, okay. Alright, so he wants us to shoot the windmill and shoot the trees. Oh, we gotta aim higher. Higher? Too high. No? Okay, maybe that's not what he wants us. I assumed. But I guess not. So I hope you guys are enjoying this series, as I currently did not think that this game was... I didn't read a description on it or anything. You know, I just took a look and saw that it had interesting art style. I don't understand why it won't let us hit this. Are we not hitting our mark? I don't think we are. Now we're too high. He's telling us to shoot some trees. I don't see the trees he's telling us to shoot unless those are it, which we can't actually hit. Oh!
His precision cannon firing enabled Freddy and his regiment to reach the rear line unharmed.
Bravo, Freddy!
Emil, thank you very much, my friend.
The military hierarchy heard of their feats in battle and decided to decorate the two friends for their bravery. Emil received good news from Anna. Carl was recovering nicely. He was even walking again. Meanwhile, the battle for Verdun only grew longer and bloodier. The death toll was staggering, 70,000 per month. Almost one Frenchman and one German every minute, and it went on for 10 months, day and night. May 8th, 1916, Emil's squad was sent on a mission to take back Fort Douaumont, a strategic point in the German defense.
Right now, yes, definitely move up. Yes, to the front, right now.
Alright, looks like they're talking strategy and telling us what we need to accomplish.
Yes, sir. Come on.
Alright. You'd think he would have a decent uniform at this point, but nope, still just his tank top. Alright. I am not a big history buff. I personally feel that those that dwell in the past, constantly thinking about it and all, are destined to never accomplish much going forward. And I think we're going to explode if we... Oh, I was completely wrong. I thought we might. I guess we just have to keep moving forward. But, my father, on the other hand, he loved history. And actually, he was quite disappointed when the History Channel stopped constantly showing history and started showing all different documentaries on history and started showing just the crap TV shows that they have on there now. He was not a fan of quite a number of those. He wanted his I guess they were documentaries. I never really watched any with him. It just never interested me. But all that history on World War II, World War One, Korean War, and all that stuff, he would eat that all up and look for more. Every time he got a hold of the TV, that's what went on. That, or it was shoot, I forget what the channel was called, but it was all about racing. It was before the Speed. Whoops, got ourselves killed. It was before Speed Channel, I believe. For those that live in America and know the basic cable channels, it was before all that. Before the Speed Channel existed, he would watch NASCAR and all that stuff. Always found that to be boring. But, no. Back to the correlation between this game, it just never appealed to me, but he always loved history. And I didn't know what this game was about. I vaguely kind of knew it had to do with history. And I really was digging the art style, which is why I ended up picking it up. Saw that Steam was having a decent sale on it and figured, hey, couldn't hurt. Even though it was a Ubisoft game, how many bugs could it actually possibly have? Although, I've played some Ubisoft games that I don't know how they expected you to proceed in certain areas. And let's not forget what they did with that Assassin's Creed game that needed how many updates? Yeah. So, what am I supposed to do at this point? Where? Oh, so... Oh no, that didn't explain to me anything. I thought that our dog came out at that spot, but it doesn't seem to be like the case. And he just has an infinite amount of bullets. So...
What?
Where is our dog? I'm probably gonna regret this. Am I? Well, now I can't climb up. I wonder if maybe there is one of those that you just have to chance and dig through, and it'll take you under. Going all the way back to the beginning of this section, it does not seem like there's anything here. And unless I am missing something, I don't think I can control Freddy at the moment. Let us check out the large one, because I haven't dug through... Oh wait, oh, I just did that. Well, never mind then. This one perhaps? I'm assuming... Oh, now I can't get out. Oh. I was actually right. Cool. Who would have guessed? Okay. I walked right into that. Oh. Does it stop at any point? Okay, it does. Oh, I dug backwards, apparently. Is it going to start up again? And it is. I think it's hot steam, actually. So we just have to dig to the right? No, yes, the right. That's exactly what we gotta do. And then we gotta dig up, or... There we go. Come on, dig up. Or not, let's get stuck instead. Wonderful. But, like I was saying in the previous episode for those that cared to enjoy it and listen all the way through. I don't expect to just magically turn on the recording stuff and things and just magically be amazing at editing a video or recording a video. I look at it as a fun little opportunity to fail at a game, apparently, and just have some fun. You know, learn some new skills, because why not? Learn something new. And I keep failing. But yeah, learn something new. Learn how to have a conversation with yourself, because you don't think that that's all that challenging. It most certainly is, and I cannot dig up. And I'm stuck. And this will not stop. Alright, so I'm going to figure this little section out, and I'll bring you guys back on the other side. Alright, so it just took a little bit of doing and figuring out that I was just pressing the wrong button. It happens sometimes. Now we just need to... Oh, what? We gotta wait. Otherwise, we'll end up... Oh. Oh. Can we use the dog? I think we can. And the fire's not stoked anymore. It gone out. Now if he'll just dig down, please. Dig down, please. There we go. So, I forgot what I was talking about before. It took me a few minutes to figure that out, simply as I was just pressing the wrong button. But anyways, let's take a look at the new photos that they offer us. And just like in previous episodes, if you would like to read them, just pause your screen and read them up. Wow, yeah, they did use flamethrowers. Quite grotesque. That it was. Whoop. I needed the dog to be on the opposite side. There we go. That'll work. Oh yes, I remember. I was basically talking about the fact that my father was a big history buff, and I just never really cared too much for it. Never really cared too much about that sort of stuff and things. Pull the lever. Or push. Ah. We have to move that out the way. Can we get onto the other... Oh, we can. Cool. Don't get in the way, doggy. We don't want to crush our canine companion. You know, one day I hope I could have a dog. I actually... Not too long back, I was actually at a shelter looking to see if it could be possible. Unfortunately, at the moment, that is not the case. I just don't have the space for a dog. As much as I would love to have one, this is in the way. We have to move that out of the way a little bit. But I would personally love to have a pitbull bulldog mix. I think that would be so cool. They're short, low to the ground, but they're meaty. They got a lot of muscle. And I would just love to have one, because I knew there was quite a few years back now. Actually, no, not that. Back in 2013, I guess. Yeah. Not that it really matters, but I ended up dating someone that her brother actually, there's nothing in here, owned 2 pit bulls. One of them was, well, to say he was distempered and hated people is pretty accurate. But the other one was a freaking sweetheart. Probably the best dog I've ever come across. So wonderful to be around, just a delight, which is pretty cool. And then I was, I think it was actually before that. Or was it after? Who can remember? Anyways, I was working for a advertising company? Yeah, that's what it was. And the owner had a pit bull of his own, and he actually taught that pit bull how to speak, how to obey quite a lot of commands, which was interesting to me because there's so many people that talk down about pit bulls being too aggressive or this or that or the next thing. So I just thought pit bulls were just rowdy dogs. But aside from having a lot of energy, that particular pit bull was probably the best dog I've ever came across. Which, whoa, that is not well. Alright, I see what we want to do. We'll have the dog pick up a stick of dynamite for us. So, anyways, one day I do hope that I can... Whoop, that did not work at all. I could own a pit bull bulldog mix, just because when I was at the shelter, there was one there that was so freaking cute. It was really short and low to the ground, but it was very wide, and man, I think I'm not gonna sit here and say I think I'm the strongest person around, but I do feel like I got some sort of muscle going on. But that dog freaking, it was pulling me across the place, and man, it was fun. You know, something that I would just love to have around. But like I said, unfortunately, the apartment I'm currently living in, just not enough room for a dog, which is a bummer. Oh, we got to hit him, I'm assuming. Just tap him in the back. Yep, there we go. Nothing in there. What about in here? We need the shovel. Other dude's got the shovel. Secret? Yeah. Oh, we could have probably thrown something up in there, but we don't have anything. Still, because of all of those pit bulls that I've come across over the years, that has been my favorite breed of dog. Oh, looks like we might be trapped. Or not. Maybe we just need to stick a dynamite. Do we throw it in the fire and it blows up that door? Probably not. Oh. Or I was completely wrong. And it does. Cool. Looks like we don't. Whoa. Well, how do we go back with the dog? Is it? Oh, okay. Oh, I see. We just need to throw it through just like we did in the previous room. Not that challenging. Just wait for the fire to come back around one more time, and then we will use it to open the door. Whoops. Oh man, silly me. I ran in the wrong direction. Okay, touche. Game touche. We gotta run out the way, then we'll run across, we'll grab the dynamite, and we will open the door. Bing, bang, boom. Now, I know I'm not playing the newest games around, so apparently, and yes, like I've said, since I am new at YouTube and all that, up until recently, I didn't even know what SEO was. Interestingly enough, it has to do with the search engine and how all that stuff and things works. And whoops, press the wrong button. No, we want you to push that, not there. We go. Ah, okay. And then we'll light that one, and I see. We gotta get it in that so we can explode it. I keep telling him to pick up dynamite. No, don't pick up dynamite. There we go. Huh. And it leads us on up. And they run away. Okay. Back in the day, the only history games, well, I shouldn't really say they were too much based off of actual history, was the Wolfenstein games, or Wolfenstein, depending on how you pronounce it. One of my very, very, very early on computers had a... Ooh. This is going to be quite a struggle. Yeah. Yep. Oh, do we tell the dog? Yeah. Alright. Let's go on down. So can we use this? No. Okay. Not really quite sure. But back to what I was saying. One of the demo... I guess it... Yeah, it was on a bunch of floppies. It wasn't, Does anybody even remember floppies? No? Is that like a thing people remember? As being a thing? They were like 1.44 megabytes or something like that. Whoops. That was not timed. Timed very poorly. But, anyways, that was pretty much my only type of game that I was playing that was loosely based off of anything history related. And on that set of floppies, it actually had... That is not going to get us in the right thing. There we go. That what might. But on it, it had a Mickey Mouse sort of version of the Wolfenstein game. It was really bad. And it was called, shoot, what was it called? Mickey's Dungeon or something like that. And it was basically a little demo showing players how they could create their own Wolfenstein levels. Of course, I never ended up creating my own. I did not have that understanding of tech back then. Man, I was really young back then, but still, it was interesting. But yeah, that's my extent of historically accurate games of any kind. And although this story might be fictional, it still has a bit of historical facts sprinkled throughout, as we've seen throughout the photos, which are semi-interesting. So, let us get on over there. Let's help Freddy. And then I think that might be a good spot to end this episode. Come on. I wish that we could actually run a touch faster or something. Am I going the right way? Oh, are we gonna... I think we have to go through this particular room. Maybe hit the guard? Possibly. Yep. Yeah, see, eventually I figure out what I'm supposed to be doing. It might take me a few minutes longer. Oops. I figured that would happen, but, you know, why not try it? Why not try it? So, I'm gonna get this dude on over to where Frank is, and see you guys on over there. Alright? Cool. Alright, I wanted to bring you guys back here because I feel like we are almost there. It looks like he's still trying to blowtorch his way in, but I don't think he's gonna be able to melt that door. So it looks like... No, that's not what we need to do. I think we have to use this to block our way so it'll bounce off and end up... Maybe. But I think I aimed it poorly. Will that work? At all? No, right? Yeah, I didn't think so. I wonder if this is timed in any way. It doesn't seem like... Oh, and it was. Alright, so let me tinker around with this for a few moments.
Despite the fort's partial destruction, the Germans held their position. The mission was a failure.
The poppy fields. Alright, that's gonna do it for this episode.
My darling, war has taken away a very dear friend. He was like a brother to me, and his death affects me much more than I could imagine. In happier news, Carl is safe from the trenches, and his condition improves steadily. I'll go and see him on my next leave. And what about you? How are you? Are things in Saint Miel any better?
Carl discovered things were not, in fact, any better. According to Marie's last letter, his son had fallen gravely ill. Carl had come to a decision. This war would never end. He had to escape.
Alright, so I'm going to end this episode here. If you're liking, click the likey, subscribe. I really do appreciate it. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Later.